Children, today now we are going to learn about Elingham diagram. So, as a part of introduction, I'll give a general message. For example, suppose a chemistry teacher asks to select two students for a chemistry quiz. So, generally, what a teacher will do, she will see the mark register or the students who are more active, and she will select the two students based upon the mark or based upon their IQ. She will select two students for the quiz. So, for the selection, it needs some factor. For example, mark or some IQ. It's a must. Similarly, to convert metal oxide to metal, a reducing agent is used for selecting the reducing agent. This Elingham diagram is very useful. So, what is the role of this Elingham diagram means? Some metal oxide directly on heating converted to metal, but some metal oxide needs some reducing agent to form a metal. So, reducing agent which removes the oxygen from the metal oxide to get metal, then it is purified. So, in which the appropriate temperature and the reduction reaction happens, it also helped by this Elingham diagram, Elingham diagram. So it gives the thermodynamic feasibility of a reaction. This Elingham diagram is constructed only on the basis of thermodynamic considerations. So what is Elingham diagram means? It actually the name of the scientist. His full name is Harold Elingham. Diagram means graph. So it is a graphical representation constructed by Harold Elingham. Graph means y-axis, x-axis will be there. X-axis it is based upon temperature. Then y-axis the delta G naught values for the formation of metal oxide reactions. So while plotting the temperature against delta G naught values, will get a straight line. So what is an Elingham diagram is a graphical representation. It is a graphical representation of delta G naught F values formation values versus temperature for the formation of metal oxide. For the formation of a metal oxide. So it tells us that Elingham diagram tells us the thermodynamic feasibility of a reaction. So this diagram uses thermodynamic principle. So the criterion for the feasibility of thermal reduction at a given temperature, that is delta G naught value is a delta G value is a -1, and it should be a spontaneous reaction. So for all the process, delta G value is given as delta G is equal to del H minus T into delta S. This is an important thermodynamic equation. Del G means change in Gibbs free energy. Del H means change in enthalpy. Del S means change in entropy. Entropy means measure of disorder. That is Kachamcha will say no, like that, measure of disorder. So Elingham considered that he calculated delta G naught values for various temperatures considering the reduction as equilibrium process. So he plotted the delta G naught F value in y-axis and temperature in the x-axis. In this reaction, the spontaneity can be checked by delta G or delta G naught values. So for an equilibrium process, equilibrium means both the sides are equal, reactant and product At that situation, delta G will be equal to 0, del H will be equal to 0, del S will be equal to 0. Nothing will be changed. So when del G less than 0, less than means it is a negative value. Negative value means it is a spontaneous one and it is feasible. Del G, if it is greater than 0, means it is a positive value and this reaction will not proceed. It is a non-spontaneous reaction. So writing this equation in the standard state, delta G naught is equal to del H naught minus T into del S naught. So in a non-standard condition, how this reaction can be written? Del G is equal to del G naught plus RT ln Q. Q means reaction quotient in a non-standard condition. So at equilibrium process, del G will be equal to 0. So del G naught plus RT ln Q converted to K, equilibrium constant. So from this, what is del G naught? Del G naught is equal to minus RT ln K. Ln K. Now, so already we know del G naught value is del H naught minus T into del S naught. This is in the form of a straight line equation. Y is equal to mx plus c. Y means y intercept, that is delta G naught, y intercept, x intercept temperature, m represent delta S naught, then c, that is degree Celsius, it is delta H naught. So by plotting a graph, delta G naught F value temperature, if there are two dots, first dot represents the melting point, the metal melts indicating the melting point. Second dot represents a boiling point. For all the metal oxides, the line is only upward. Some lines get intersect. Only one line is straight. For example, in the book you see red line, two red lines. One is in the straight, other one is down. The delta G naught value is more negative only for carbon. For other metal oxides, all are straight. Some get intersect. See, if there are 2 points here, first point is melting point, the second point is the boiling point, and this also get intersect. Intersect represents the deviation from the first transition. Deviation from the first transition. So elaborately about the Ellingham diagram we'll see in the next video, that is from observations regarding Ellingham diagram. This is the basic. So what is meant by Ellingham diagram is graphical representation of del G naught values against temperature for the formation of metal oxides.